Hi, welcome back. Welcome to my channel Techie Krish or GJ Agra. So in the sequence of conditional statements in Python or Python learning, today I am going to discuss the statements if else and if-elif-else. In my last videos, I discussed the Boolean operators and the logical operators, and we tried some Boolean statements and tried to evaluate those statements and to find out the Boolean values. And this time I'm going to discuss actual syntax which we are going to use in the programming. So first statement is if, second is if else, and the third is if else. But before that, we'll have to create a scenario what we are going to do or perform in Python. So let's move to our presentation. So if you look at this presentation, so conditional statements in Python. So I'm going to discuss one by one and explain how to use them. Suppose you want to write scripts for the following problems. And what are those problems? To input the marks of a student, and if the marks are in the range of 28 and 32, then the script should increase the marks to 33, and otherwise marks should not be changed. Number one, here you want to do some task, increase the marks to 33. So this is a task depending on the condition. If the marks entered are between the range of 28 and 32, then the mark should be updated to 33. So this is a task. So depending upon the condition, means what is the condition? The marks are in the specified range. Number two, input the marks of his students and display the result. If the marks are 33 or more, then result is pass, otherwise the result is fail. Here the script has to display one of the two messages, pass or fail, depending on the condition. To input the marks of a student and display the grade, and grade should be calculated as per the table given here. So this is a table. We have to enter the marks, and if the marks are in the range of 90 and 90 to 100, the grade should be awarded as A. If the marks are 75 to 89, in the range of 75 to 89, the grade should be B. And if the marks entered are in the range of 60 to 74, then grade is C. And if the marks entered are in the range of 50 and 59, the grade should be D. And if the marks are less or equals to 49, the grade should be E. So this is the task we have to perform using this script. So here we have to check multiple alternate conditions to calculate the grade. So one by one I'll display the syntax and explain the syntax, then finally we'll write the script. In all these examples, the script has to check condition or conditions and proceeds accordingly. In Python, condition checking is done using if statement, which can be used in the following three formats. So there are three formats we are going to discuss here. Number one, if condition and block. So condition is applied using if. First you write if, then you'll frame the condition, and if the condition you framed is true, then the block followed by the condition is executed. So this statement says execution. If the condition is true, then the given block is executed, otherwise the block is not executed. For example, to input the marks of a student, and if the marks are in the range of 28 and 32, then to increase the marks to 33, and otherwise the marks should not be changed. So if you look at the example, so marks is equal to eval. So I have used eval function here. Eval, it will accept the value in the form of the string, and later it converts into the integer. And if the marks entered by you are above and equals to 28 and marks less than equals to 33, then marks are updated as 33. Means if you enter say 29, marks will automatically be turned to 33, and finally you can print the marks. So if I enter 35, then it will print 35 because condition becomes false. And if I enter 28 or 29, then it automatically turns to 33. And finally you can print it. The next code. The next block is if condition, if then condition and colon, then block 1, else condition, else then block 2. Means condition which is given here will be checked or evaluated, and if the condition evaluated to be true, then block 1 is executed, and if condition is false, then else part is evaluated. So if the condition is true, then block 1 will be executed, otherwise block 2 will be executed. So example, to input the marks of a student, calculate the result. If the marks are 33 or more, then calculate the result as pass, otherwise calculate the result as fail. So what should be the code, or what should be the script? So the script is like marks is equal to eval, then enter the marks out of 100, and if the marks are greater than equals to 33, then the result variable will store the pass, otherwise means if the marks are not greater than equals to 33, then the result variable will hold fail, and finally you can print. So here the new thing is I introduced else. So if can be used without else also, so else part is optional. If this, then follow this, otherwise follow this. So else works as otherwise. Now the next task. First we should learn if-elif-else ladder. Means if condition 1, then if condition 1 is true, then block 1 is executed, otherwise it will come to check the next condition, that is condition 2, and if this condition is true, condition 2 is true, then block 2 is executed, otherwise condition 3 will be checked, means elif condition 3 will be checked, and if condition 3 is found to be true, then block 3 will be executed, and if none of the conditions is satisfied or found to be true, then it will go to else if else part is included in the statement. So the statement for this syntax is if condition 1 is true, then block 1 will be executed, otherwise condition 2 will be checked. If condition 2 is true, then block 2 will be executed, otherwise condition 3 will be checked or executed, and if condition 3 is true, then block 3 will be executed, and so on. If none of the conditions is found satisfied or true, then it will move to the else statement. If else statement is used, otherwise it will follow the next segment. So this time we'll discuss how to award the grade to the students on the basis of this condition, this table. So as I told you, the grade A, if marks entered are between 90 and 100, grade B, if marks entered are between 75 to 89, C, D and A. So what should be the script? Let's see. So this is the script. So if you enter the marks with the help of eval, so eval will take the value in the form of the string, and later it will convert to the integer. If the marks are above 90, then grade A. Otherwise, if this condition is false, then it will come to elif statement, where it is again checked marks greater than equals to 75 but and marks less than equals to 89, then the grade is B. If this condition is false, then it will come to elif again. If marks are greater than equals to 60 but and marks less than equals to 74, then the grade is C, and so on. And if marks are less than equals to 49, then the grade will be E. And finally, we can print the grade whatever the code awards. Correct? And we can also write the alternative of this program. Let's see. This. Here we have not used AND. Means we have checked if the condition is satisfied, then the grade is awarded. Else it is assumed that the following condition is below the condition above, below than the condition above, and so on. It means if I enter say 95, then it will definitely follow that grade is A. And if I enter 70, only 70, then it is not greater than 90, it is not greater than 75, but it is greater than 60. So it will come to mass elif mass greater than equals to 60, so grade will be C. And if I enter, suppose say 40, if you look at this statement, it is not greater than 90, so this condition becomes false. The marks are not greater than 75, condition is false. If marks are not greater than 60, condition is false, so grade C will not be awarded. If again I check if marks are not greater than equals to 50, then grade D will not be awarded, because the marks I entered are 40, then grade E is awarded. Why? Because marks are less than equals to 49, and that's why grade E is awarded. When you say print grade, then it will print grade E. So both the alternatives you can use to award the grade on given marks. Okay, so hope you understood. Now with some more scenario or more questions, I'll create a new video on that scenario, but for today this is enough, because I have discussed all these three formats of if then condition, if condition then else, if condition then elif, then condition, elif then condition, and else. And this way we can apply condition in Python programming. So that's all for the day. We'll meet in the next video with some other concept and scenario. Till then, bye bye.